Hello and welcome to How Not to Draft Magic the Gathering. So we are still working off some draft tokens from when Arena had their little bugs this last few weeks with their anniversary thing or whatever. So we've got another draft token. We did a premier draft last time. Let's do a traditional draft this time just so that we can get the best of both worlds kind of deal. Traditional draft is different from the Premier draft. In the Premier and Quick draft, you play best of 1 games. In a traditional draft, you will be playing best of 3, which means you do have access to a sideboard. If you want to switch your deck up in between games, you have the ability to do that. Also, the difference with the traditional draft is you play 3 matches regardless of your win percentage. Whereas in a traditional or quick draft, you play until you get 3 losses. In a traditional draft, you just play 3 matches, best of 3, and your record at the end determines your prize pool. So as we can see, if we get 1 win, it's 1 pack, 250 gems. 2 wins is 3 packs, 1,000 gems. And if we make it all the way up to 3 wins, that is 2,500 gems, so you get your full entry back, plus 6 packs and 2 play-in points that you can use to qualify for like regionals and professional events. So this is definitely something to look into after you've kind of gotten the basics of what you're doing. So I'm probably going to lose horribly. But hey, you never know until you try. So let's draft. So like our Premier draft, but unlike our quick drafts, we are drafting against real people, so there is a timer here on the bottom so that we can make our picks in a timely fashion. So we are definitely going to start off with our rare for this pack, Restless Fortress. We don't necessarily have to be in white-black to use this. We can kind of splash one of the colors. But having a land basically just keeps you open for all of your future picks. So it's definitely worth having. Maybe not as a first pick, but I mean, sure, why not? Let's see, we do have Grasp of Fate as our Enchanted Tales. So that is one of those in each pack, and that does have a chance to be a rare. Raid Bombardment is not. Elusive Otter is another rare from the pack, so this is actually a pretty good one. I think I'm going to go ahead and grab it just because I don't know what colors I am. I might be white, black. I might be blue, green. I might be blue, white, or I might be green, white, splashing. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But definitely having that for the set or for the collection is good to have. So yeah, let's do it. Alright, next we have Beanstalk Worm is really good ramp. Crystal Grotto is really good fixing. Looks like, I mean, if I want to play both of these, I'm going to need one or the other. Beanstalk Worm would let me play additional lands, whereas Crystal Grotto would let me filter lands into different colors. So if I wanted to have, say, one white, you know, for my Restless Fortress, I could filter it through Crystal Grotto. I could still be green-blue, splashing for the Restless Fountain Fortress. Or I could just go straight into Beanstalk Worm, the blue-green Big Things deck. Looks like that's what we're going to be doing. I do kind of like that deck. And we've got another good one here with Balluna's Gatekeeper. It starts off with that adventure, so you get early game action with it, or interaction with it. And then you go into that late game big threat. So that's always good to have. In this pack, Welcome to Sweet Tooth is really good. It gets you food, makes stuff big. Kellen's Lightblade is good removal. So that actually might be a good play here. Return Triumphant, get stuff back out of the graveyard. We actually have a lot of good white-black in this pack, but I think I'm gonna keep on the green-blue at this point. Quick Study is good draw. A Living Lectern is a good early blocker, especially for the ramp deck, because it'll, like, stop early attacks. Diminisher Witch can make something into a 1/1, so you can, knock out your opponent's biggest threat. But Garruk Uprising cares about creatures with power 4 or greater, which a lot of our 5-drops are going to have. So that will just give us a whole lot of card draw, which will enable us to keep putting down those big threats. So I think that's going to be my play here. Stormkilled Prowler does care about high mana cost creatures, which we are going to have. I think, though, I'm going to take Spreading Seas here, just because it has the option of screwing our opponents off of color. So that is actually why this card got banned. So playing with banned cards, I mean, if it's powerful enough to get banned, then sure, it's got to be powerful enough to put in a deck, right? Let's see, Leyline can cast spells at flash. That's pretty good. Commune with Nature reveals a creature. Let's see, Cursed, Scry, and then copy an instant or sorcery. That's going to be more for the red-blue spells deck, I think. So we're going to go with Commune here. Leyline is a really good one, but I don't really know that it fits well in the deck. Titanic Growth, really good at making things really big. Aquatic Alchemist is more for the red-blue spells. I think we're going to go with Sleight of Hand here just to do some filtering. Area Tempting Apple is very tempting. It does have that Active Treason effect, and then I can sacrifice it to either gain 3 or deal 3. The only thing else I have is Sleight of Hand, which is pretty good, but I haven't tried the apple yet. Let's go ahead and give that a shot here. Stormkilled Prowler, we said, cares about big stuff. It looks like green is not too open, but white kind of is. I might need to switch into more of a white-blue. So we'll go ahead and start picking up some white, just in case. Let's go with the Lectern and Prowler tabled. Alright, so blue is incredibly open. Here we've got a black card with Spectre of Mortality. It has the option of being a board wipe, which does make it pretty good. Chancellor of Tales copies Adventures, which I do have a few Adventures. Another Apple, a Stab Wound is really good. We'll just go ahead and grab the Spectre of Mortality. If anything, it'll be good for the collection, right? Oh, Devouring Sugar Maw, a white-black. Very, very good. Maybe we are just gonna go... Alright. So we've got 2 really good black cards. A few good blue-greens. I mean... And there's a Battlefield Creator Rat. So this does give us a lot of bargain fodder. Bargain is really good for cards like Rowan's Grim Search. If it was bargained, generally it powers up your spells. So maybe we'll go ahead and grab that. Wow. Creatures gain plus X, where X is the number of creatures you control. So that's, once again, a very good white card. Maybe we will go for the white-black deck. Not a whole lot in this pack is speaking to me. Let's see, Ego Drain is basically a Thoughtseize. So maybe we'll go for that. There's really not a whole lot in this pack that I really care about. And all the blue is back. We could do Spellscorn Coven, that gives us a counterspell, kind of. Ice Out is just a straight up counterspell. Mocking Sprite, I don't know. Shatter the Oath is very good black removal. Sure, we'll go with that. I need ramp is what I need in this deck. We'll take Keep Guard just as an early drop because I have nothing to play on turns 1 and 2. I think we'll go with the Witch Stalker here as a defender. I'm just kind of going, I don't know what I'm going. Ariet's Whisper is more discard. I think we'll go with Candy Trail for the Scry. Ego Drain is more discard. I think we'll take Groan's Grim Search here. Draw 2, lose 2. Crystal Grotto, we're definitely going to need the fixing. Take Ambush for this one. I think I'm getting out of blue. Or maybe not. I don't know. What do I know? And red! The only color that we weren't considering. Alright, well, this is a big pile of... I don't even know. And there's no ramp. There's nothing really to... We'll just take Assassin. It's at least a post-combat trick. Phyrexian Unlife, sure, it'll give me 10 extra life. I might need it because... Well, here, Return from the Wilds. That's ramp. I think I have to take it again. Even though it's a 3... yeah, I have to. Curse of the Werefox is decent removal. So is Shatter the Oath. Or Prophetic Prism is color fixing. That can also be bargainable. I think I just take the curse here. I don't have a lot of removal. Root Rider Fawn is ramp. And fixing, technically. Brave the Wilds will get me lands. Okay. Here we have another Spreading Seas. Bowls of Porridge. I think we're going with the spread. Well, maybe the Spell Stutter would be pretty good, but yeah, we'll just go with the other Spreading Seas. Why not? Alright, well, we do have Troy in here. That is really good ramp, especially for green-blue, so there we go. We got something at least. Let's see. Bitter Chill. Taps something down for good. Ice Out and Spell Stutter are both counter spells. I kind of like the Bitter Chill plan. I don't know. We kind of moved out of white, so Phyrexian Unlife doesn't do a whole lot for me anymore. Not Dead might help keep one of my very few big creatures in play. We'll go for the Heart here, I suppose. Shatter the Oath for removal. Sugar Rush for a combat trick that replaces itself. Toadstool. Yeah. Alright, so this is a pile of cards. So I think I'm base green-blue, splashing black for some of the higher stuff. So we'll take out the Ego Drains. I don't really need the discard. Combat trick, yeah, we'll go ahead and get rid of that. Sugar Rush. Grim Search. Yeah. Sugar Maw is nice. I've actually lost games to this guy. You just have to have stuff to feed it. I don't know that I really have a whole lot to feed it. Assassin is kind of an after combat trick. I don't know, I guess we'll get rid of that. I can just put in Shatter the Oath. Sewer Witch is very good. It gives us a lot of stuff to bargain for the Sugar Maw, so I do like that. Alright, and so then that's kind of that. Do I want to add some white? We'll take out Ambush for, you know, purposes of... we'll keep Sleight of Hand, Elusive Otter. So early game, this is basically like just a 1/1 prowess thing. So its elusiveness does make it basically a 1/1 unblockable most of the time. Late game, you can give something plus X counters, so I mean that's really big. A counter spell, a fight spell. Creatures with power 4 or greater. I really don't have a lot. I've only got the 2, so I think we're going to drop Uprising. I just don't have a whole lot of synergy with it, unfortunately. I think I'll take out the Spreading Seas. I don't know, it just doesn't seem fair. I do want to make sure I get... All of my black spells are double black, though. So, I mean, yes, I want early green for, like, Brave the Wilds and my Return from the Wilds. So those will probably all be searching for swamps. And then I've got my Restless Fortress, so I will need some white for that. But I do have the Crystal Grotto that can do fixing. Maybe put in a Plains. I still have to cut 3 more cards, though. Spectre wants a lot of creatures in the graveyard, so I don't really want to cut a whole lot of those. What is my breakdown? I suppose we can cut Commune with Nature. That searches for a creature versus lands. So, I mean, yeah, I've got a lot of big creatures that I do need to find, but I think I can just draw them naturally. And so having the tutor for them, I think, is not necessarily a requirement. Maybe the apple, I guess. I mean, having that is 3 life really going to make a difference in the long run? I don't know, we'll see. Will stealing an opponent's creature? And I suppose for my last cut, we'll go with one of the Witch Stalkers. He does like creatures with power 4 or greater, which I do have a lot of, but being a defender, just, I don't know. The Lectern I can sacrifice to put it in the graveyard to power up Spectre Immortality, and it gives that Sorcerer roll, which will let me scry to dig through my deck to find A, lands, and B, big stuff. So I think Lectern is more important than Witch Stalker. So I think this is the deck that we're going to go with. It is a huge pile that may or may not do anything. Oh boy. Well, we've got cards. No green. I would like to have some green. I probably should have mulliganed. Hey, there we go. Alright, so let's go ahead and drop our Prowler. Not that he's gonna do anything. Just gonna eat some removal, I suppose. Dang, opponent is going aggro. But that's how you win drafts. As we are about to see very quickly. So Troyan will come down. It can block one of the smaller things, but chances are it's just going to eat some removal. Oh. Alright. Unfortunately, I don't have anything to sacrifice to Sugar Maw, so throwing it out right now is bad. Alright, so let's go ahead and do Return from the Wilds. I think I'm going to go for a land and a food. So we'll go ahead and find my one of plains. Create some food. And then I think we'll just pass the turn. I could drop Lectern, but leaving the mana open gives me the opportunity to either use the food or Troyan's Draw Disability. Options are always nice to have, especially because if he goes and kills Troyan, then I can't use him at all. So we'll go ahead and activate his ability once, at least get some value out of him, get a Shatter the Oath. Awesome. Suppose we'll just drop a swamp. So we'll go ahead and invite somebody over for dinner. And then I think I'll Lectern. Just to kind of stop some early game, or some ground game anyway. I do have Shatter to get rid of that fairy, which I need to work. I kind of need to do that. But I need creatures out for the Wicked roll, so... Making a Wicked Ginger Brute. Yeah, that's a 2-turn clock. Can't do anything in the air. So yeah, that's gonna hit. I think I'm gonna need to gain some food, gain some life here. Go ahead, Shatter the Naughty, make a Wicked Human. Unfortunately, there's not much else I can do, so we'll just pray that I stay alive. Ginger Brute's gonna get in for 2. He's got that Ratcatcher trainee. Just full on swing, alright. I suppose we'll block, let him kill stuff. Oddly enough, I'm 1 mana short. I could do Devouring Sugar Maw and then Curse of the Werefox it to kill something. Probably the Barrow Naughty. But that requires 7 mana, and I only have 6. So that swamp I threw out, it's gonna bite me. Let's go ahead and Root Rider Fawn. That's only gonna be 2. I can't go after the Naughty. Crap. I guess I'll have to kill the Ginger Brute. I wanted to fight the Barrow Naughty, but I can't do 3 damage. So yeah, I'm just dead. Because he just swings in with the flyer, I can't block, he pumps it twice, game over. Alright. He's going for the not quite lethal plan. I can't do Shatter the Oath plus food. Oh, I could have. I had a forest in hand. Well, I'm just stupid then. But we already knew that. I'm still just dead on board. He's only attacking for 1. Two, 3. So do I attack here is the question. No, I can't because I need 3 blockers. There we go. Now opponent's getting it. So now I only have 4 blockers and he has 5 attackers. So now that is game. All he has to do is attack all. There we go. And he figured it out. He even had the pump spell. That's fine. He didn't need it. He could have killed me 2 turns ago. Alright, so I think I do board in the assassin to deal with his flyers. We'll go ahead and take out one of the prowlers. And I think that's really all I can do. Candy Trail will actually give me another food. And the scry, so we'll trim Sleight of Hand, even though Sleight of Hand might be better. But the scry is roughly equivalent. So I'm not necessarily losing much in the way of efficacy. And then we'll just go ahead and run with this, I guess. I will be on the play. I will not be keeping this hand. This is not any better. I suppose I have to keep this. I mean, holy crap. If I draw any other land, I might be okay, but we're going to have to tuck the Heart and probably the Spectre of Mortality here too. No, we'll tuck the Witch Stalker, that's fine. So we'll start off with Toadstool Admirer. If I get another land, I can Root Rider into Troyan and maybe have a chance. Well, there goes that. Hey, we did get a land. And let's go ahead and return from the wilds. We will tutor a land and grab a human. I think I'll go for an island here. That way I can put Troyan down. Alright. Honestly, Spectre X1 sounds really nice. So I don't have enough to do Beanstalk, so we'll just drop Troyan. And I think I'll just hold back. I might be able to just go over the top. If I do kill stuff, this thing's gonna grow and become a problem. But I need to get something into my graveyard. Yeah, I'll just block and hope I find removal. The Spectre is not gonna touch the vermin, unfortunately now. And Beanstalker Worm is going to get outclassed by a rat. But I do have ways of dealing with the vermin, so I think I'm still okay. A second vermin, very nice. Nah, I'll eat two, that's fine. I've got a lot of things in here that are double black, so we'll go ahead and grab a swamp and a food. So I actually can cast Spectre now, I just need to get something into the graveyard. But I think I'll pass the turn and let my opponent do that for me. Wicked on the Spear Guard, alright. When a creature power 2 or less attacks. Oh, that's bad. I'm gonna take a lot of damage here. Alright, so his creature does not die. So now I can Mortality X1. All his shit dies, Vermin gets really freaking big. But hopefully I'll find something to get rid of it. There's that stupid flyer. We'll go ahead and do a block there. Oh shit, I forgot he was that big. I just killed myself then. I meant to chump block that. And I meant to do this at the end of his turn. I don't know why it went to my turn and didn't let me... It's not as a sorcery. Why didn't it let... I don't know. Yeah, I don't really have an out here. I could have counterspelled that. What the hell is wrong with me? I had this counterspell sitting right here. Why the hell didn't I use it? Oh hell, I forgot to block again! God damn it! Why am I so stupid? I was gonna lose anyway. Well, this channel is called How Not to Play, and that is definitely how not to play. If you have a 9-power creature coming at your face on 2 life, block it! So, yeah, that, I mean, I was dead anyway, though. I didn't have any removal. Well, let's start off with Sleight of Hand. Maybe I can find... No. Alright, well... I guess I'll put the Witch Stalker in my hand and we'll drop the counterspell since apparently I don't know how to use them anyway. I really want to draw a land here because then I can Beanstalker Worm and start ramping. That is not a land. So I guess we'll just play a defender and pray that I draw a land next turn. That is also not a land. So here, I can play an additional land this turn to go along with the 0 that I already played. How's that? That's where I'm at. Oh look, a ramp card. I've got one of those. I just can't play it because I can't find... Oh, a land. You know what? Let's go ahead and keep that on top because... Well, it doesn't matter. I'm going to shuffle anyway. Because, yeah, return's the only spell I can cast, and that's going to shuffle my graveyard, or my library, because I'm going to go get a freaking land. And then I think I'm going to grab a human, because the opponent doesn't have anything, really. We're definitely grabbing a swamp, because everything in my hand is double black. Opponent is ramping hard. Well, I can't cast any of my double blacks, but I can put down a Beanstalk Worm. Sure, we'll swing with the 3/3, why not? Yay! Damage! Probably should have kept him back as a chump blocker for the Outrider. But he can make it so that it's unblockable to Outrider anyway. See, this is the deck that I was trying to build, but failed, because this guy took all my cards. I mean, he's exactly my colors. He's getting the foods, he's ramping with Sweet's Revenge, he's got the Garruk Uprising that I tried to do. I mean, he's just... He stole all my cards. So I can make something really big. I think we're going to Gaia's Bounty X, I don't know, 3, 4. Any number of target creatures? Sure. We'll give 1 to each, and then an additional 1 to that one. Alright, so we've got everything bigger. I'm not attacking, though. So I've got decent blocks if he decides to swing in. Except he's got enough mana for Knight of Sweet's Revenge to make everything really freaking huge. Or just a really big honkin' Goose Mother. Yeah, I'm what we call dead. Unless I draw a swamp. I need a swamp here. You know what? That'll work. Because I've got Grotto that can filter. So we'll destroy that. We will Wicked... that. And yeah, I think I just hold back because alright, Beanstalker's stunned. He's going to activate Knight of Sweet's Revenge. Is that a sacrifice? That's a sacrifice. Oh, it gives everything plus X. And everything has trample from Garruk's Uprising. So he's just got a whole bunch of crap that I'm not going to be able to block. And that's game. Ow! do I have anything that can get rid of Knight of Sweet's Revenge? No. I don't. Yeah, I don't see anything that I can really do. Let me know in the comments below how I should sideboard against this deck, because I don't know. I'm just going to run it back and get my face smashed in again. Alright, I suppose, I mean, we'll go ahead and start off with Restless Fortress, all the good it's going to do me here. We'll go into Forest. We can actually plant beans and create a Crystal Grotto. Sugar Maw, that is really good, but I can adventure it, so sure, we'll keep it on top. So now I can do Prowler plus dinner, or I can return and nothing else. Oh, wow! Just showing him Sugar Maw was enough to close the game out. Ha! Alright, apparently I just need to draw better. Chances are our opponent just didn't have a whole lot in hand. So he's got Scavenger, I've got Brave the Wilds. I think we're going to just go for a Plains here. That's a good creature. Well, this made him concede before. How about now? No, not quite. So yeah, this card is really good. Because whenever it dies, he can put it on adventure and then recast it for adventure. So this card literally never dies. Let's go ahead and put Troyan down. I don't know, Troyan just dies whatever he's got. I think I just put Lectern down. Lectern can at least block the Dread Knight. Or eat a removal spell. That also works. So I can't... I think we'll throw out the Witch Stalker here. Unfortunately, the longer it takes me, the more he can build his board up. Yeah, you can just make that unblockable. I think I gotta use the food. I need the life. Yes, I definitely want that. Let's go ahead and... Let's go ahead and Werefox the Witch Stalker. That turns him into a 3/4, so he can withstand combat there. Opponent's tapped out, so they can't put it on adventure. So it should just die. Until your next turn. Oh, hell. I thought it was just until end of turn. I didn't know it was next turn. Well, shit. I told you that was a good card that never dies. It's impossible to kill that card. It just doesn't happen. I suppose we'll do that. Oh, crap! I forgot about that! The hell is wrong with me? Yeah, and I'm just dead. Yeah, good game, opponent. Good game, yeah. Because I don't know how to freaking play Magic. So, once again, this is how not to play. So, there's a very old adage in Magic that says, reading the card explains the card. So yeah, if I would have read the opponent's card, I would have known that it could pump itself, and I might not have made that block. Of course, he would have just pumped it anyway and killed me, so I don't know. I don't think I was winning that game anyway. Let me know in the comments below what I could have done to have salvaged that mess. So, creature with power less can't block it. Power less? Oh, I thought it was greater. This card sucks then. I thought it could get in underneath stuff. Sure, we'll attack. See if he trades. Good. That's a good trade. We'll get that Toadstool Admirer off the field since it can grow up bigger and bigger. Nope. He just let me get a point of damage in. Alright, cool. Freebie. No mana, really. Alright, sure. Maybe I'll get lucky and opponent. Never mind, they're not getting mana screwed. Just me. It's just me. Insult to injury. Let's go ahead and play an additional land this turn. I mean, on the plus side, it does trigger Otter to be unblockable. So he can block the Prowler if he wants. They'll trade. Oh, he's gonna go for the Otter. That's fine. It's not like I'm ever gonna be getting to 5 mana this game anyway. Oh, rub it in, opponent. You've got all the mana in the world, huh? So he now has the 4 mana he needs to start pumping Toadstool Admirer. Finally! Except I can't cast Curse because I can't target the stupid thing because I can't pay the Ward 2! I can still put the counter on it, I just can't fight anything. Boy, what it must be like to have 5 mana. Alright, he's going for the counter. Sure, we'll attack, see if he trades. No? Okay. A good play for him would be to attack with Admirer. I probably would block, and then he puts a counter on it. Oh, look at that! Hey! Look who can't play that. Me! I think I'm going for the food here. And a swamp. Alright, I might be able to do something next turn. Oh yeah, he's got a Beanstalk Worm. He can attack with his. Alright, now I'm getting nothing but land. So we'll destroy his worm, we'll wicked my walker. I could actually attack here. I think I'll wait. Next turn I can cast Beanstalk and get 2 more counters on Prowler, which will actually make it a decent threat. Unless, of course, he just kills it this turn. Or bounces it, same thing. Sure, I like the attack here. If he wants to kill it, he'll have to double block. Which would let me get rid of his Toadstool Admirer. So he's going to curse probably my Beanstalk Worm to make it a 1/1. Alright, stun the Prowler, that's fine. It's gonna take a while for him to untap. He might grow pretty big in the meantime. Yeah, I'm not gonna block that, I'll just take the 2. That's fine. So I do have a Troyan, or I could Spectre X0. Maybe I should have blocked with the Beanstalker Worm and then Spectre at X2. Maybe that would have been better. I think I'm just going to Spectre X0. Oh! Oh well. I guess that's fine. I wasn't going to block with him anyway. Not at this point. So now I do have mana up for Ice Out, which I'm going to remember that I have, or my food. What happens next turn? He can copy an instant or sorcery. Yeah, if he attacks, I absolutely block, and then I'm gonna start getting stuff back on the attack, so... Alright, how do we do this? I kind of like Ariet's Apple here, because it'll let me steal, like, his Beanstalk Worm to swing back at him. And then I'm gonna go ahead and take out Lectern for Ariet's Apple, and we'll just run it like this. I mean, if he's got a whole bunch of big stuff, it's not like the Lectern's going to do anything anyway. I wish I had some black, but I can find some maybe. If you were a swamp, you'd be a slam dunk keep, but I guess we'll go with it. I've got Prowler on 2, Return from the Wilds can get me a swamp for 3. Maybe I'll draw another one for my removal spell. So he's going to Brave the Wilds to tutor up another land, another forest. Ooh, meanwhile, I can Troyan. But Troyan still won't let me do my X5 spells because they both need double black. So we're just going to do Return from the Wilds. Grab food, land, swamp. Swing in for 2, pass the turn, see what happens. I need to draw my other swamp. Whenever it attacks, you may pay 2 to tap something down and give Ice Rot Sentry +2/+1. That's not very good for me. Alright, so I think we are done here. We'll go ahead and pass the turn. Next turn I could actually Elusive Otter for, or Grove's Bounty specifically, and put some counters out to at least make what I've got big enough to matter. So he is going to attack. He's going to tap something down. Probably Prowler? No? Alright. I guess I just take 4. I should be able to bounty for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I should be able to bounty X6. It wouldn't let me. Why wouldn't it let me target Troyan? Why didn't it let me target anything? What? What?
What?
What?
What?
Alright, so we've named this channel How Not to Play Magic. When you have a chance to pump up your creatures, do so. Don't just fail to target, if that's what I did. This is something that would not have happened in Paper Magic, which is why Paper Magic is and will always be superior to Arena. Because you just don't do that. There should be 6+1 counters distributed out amongst my creatures here. That there isn't is entirely the fault of Arena being silly. So we'll go ahead and destroy the sentry, put a Wicked Roll on Troyan just to do it, I guess. He's gonna give it hexproof. That you make me so angry. Oh, well, I'm still gonna attack. I'll absolutely kill that sentry. Don't think I won't. I don't even know what he just did. I just know that he did stuff. And that it really doesn't matter because that misplay, whatever happened there, cost me the game. I just don't come back from that. That says don't control. So I can't even play the otter and then bounce it back to... Well, that's probably why, because that'd just make it really stupid broken. But, I mean, that would be a nice byplay if you would let me, you know, fix my mistake instead of, well, your mistake, Arena, because I knew what I was doing. I just don't see how I win from I just don't. It's not. Yeah, sure. I'm sorry that I'm not giving more gripping commentary. I am very disheartened right now at just all of the misplays, not just on my end, not just Arena screwing me, just it's been... I should have this game won by now. Straight up over. But just because Arena skipped straight through and didn't put counters on anything, I just... Not to mention the last two games where I just got raffle stomped. I just really don't want to play anymore. So he's not targeting Troyan, he's targeting the Wicked Roll on Troyan. which makes Troyan a 1/3 and dead if I block. So I'm not blocking. I am, however, going to put a +1 counter on Toadstool Admirer. Maybe I should block, because that'll give me up to X3 on Spectre of Mortality. But I want to make sure Toadstool Admirer can survive before I do. Unfortunately, X3 is going to kill Troyan. So yeah, I think I just pass. I think I counterspell that. Because I don't know how... Well, it was an X3. Maybe I shouldn't have. Because I'm about to kill all the X3s with Spectre of Mortality. So I probably should have just let that resolve. And now I don't have enough mana to pump Admirer. I should have just let that resolve. Can't block flyers, so that's gonna hit me. Okay. I still only have 2 in my graveyard. So, yeah, I should have let that resolved. I should have found a way to kill one of my creatures so that I could X3 now and wipe the board. Is what I should have done. As it stands now, I just passed the turn. He really does not want that thing to untap. That's hilarious. It's gonna drop a 3/4. Well, that survives my X3 wipe. I mean, I don't have an X3 wipe anymore. Anyway, do I just Spectre X0? Do I just Spectre at 0, honestly? That sucks. Yep, that's gonna happen. So he's got 5 in the air that I can't block. 7 in the air that I can't block. I'll go ahead and chomp some food, but I mean, other than that, I can't really block. Hey, this guy has reach. Do I attack with Toadstool? Because the only thing he could block for 4, but no, I think I need to keep him back. Because if he has a combat trick, then I could be dead. If he would have done that 3 turns ago, I'd be dead. That's not who I expected him to put it on. I expected him to put it on the flyer that I can't block. We'll go food human just for the chump blocker. I don't know why I did that. I should have gone for the land. The human's just going to die if I board wipe. I definitely wanted the food. Oh, hail. think I just go in. I mean, that's lethal. Oh, hell, I didn't see that. I mean, I meant to do that. So now I can do Spectre, refill my hand, do X. I could do X3. Do I want to do X3? I've got the flyer to block his prankster. I think I just do X2. Okay, so all I have to do is not cast anything else. I do have 3 lethal threats that he has to find some way to take care of. And I have 10 cards in my library, so I can cast 1 more spell this game. Alright, if he's spending all of his mana on Bloodline, that means that he's not going to have enough creatures to block with. Sure, you've got a 3/5 flyer. But what are you going to do for 1 green that's going to save you? Fog hasn't been a card for a while. You're just going to attack 3. We'll go no block. If he has pump, I do have my food token. I don't think he's got enough to do 8. Just to be safe, I'll go ahead and pop my food now. We will go to my turn. Go to combat. You got something or you don't. Alright, it is a combat trick. It can block 1 creature. But then the other 2 go through. And I actually won a game despite punting? Alright. All I can say is at least I didn't lose to D's nuts. Yeah, so we had our 3 matches. I screwed up royally in all 3 of them. So if you want a masterclass on how not to play Magic, just rewatch this video a few times. But we did manage to get 1 win out of that. So we got 250 free gems because this draft token was a gimme from Arena having problems. And 1 free pack. So, yay! We also managed to level up a couple of times. Not entirely sure how, because, I mean, we only won, well, I guess we won 3 games total, so that's some experience. So we did get 3 Wilds of Eldraine packs, plus Phyrexia and Brothers War. So, I mean, sometimes all you gotta do is play, you don't even have to win. So let's go ahead and open these up and see what we got. Wow. So we got 5 rares out of 4 packs. The Elusive Otter, which we saw. Be very careful with this card. Don't misclick the sorcery portion. Apparently that's very easy to do. Imodane, this card is really, really good. Yeah, if you've got Imodane in a burn deck, just, yeah, every bolt you do deals that much to their face too. I mean, it's just really good. Tale for the Ages, we saw that in one of my previous drafts. Really good in white-black or white-green auras decks because they're throwing these enchantment tokens, rolls, out everywhere. Twinning Twins, Adventure Flickers something. and then you can just cast it as a blue Sarah Angel. So, I mean, that's, well, with Ward. So, it's even better than Sarah Angel. And our last card is an Enchanting Tales Fraying Sanity. I have a really soft spot for this card. Back in... was it Amonkhet Standard, I think? I had a deck that had Fraying Sanity and some whale that whenever it attacks, you mill half your opponent's deck. Fraying Sanity then milled the other half, and that thing was just unfreaking beatable. With God Pharaoh's Gift, bringing it out just from the graveyard straight into play, swing out an attack out of nowhere. It was a beautiful deck. I wonder if we'll ever get enough cards on Arena that I could recreate it. I don't think it'd be that good anymore, though. Anyway, I'm rambling. Let's check out our other 2 packs. We got a Vindictive Flamestoker from Phyrexia, All Will Be One. Along with a Siege Veteran from Brothers War. This card is amazing. You see this a lot of times in like mono white soldiers, mono white humans. It is just a really, really good card. For 3 it comes down, gives you a soldier token, and then at the beginning of combat you get a +1 counter. So it's already 4 power for 3 mana, and then it just keeps growing from there. Oh, I'm sorry. Whenever a soldier dies, you create a soldier. So yeah, whenever any of your, soldiers die, then you just get another one, and then it starts growing off of your veteran. So this is always a must-kill threat whenever you see it in any humans or soldiers deck, and if you don't, you're just gonna lose. So that does it for our draft today. Hopefully it wasn't all that long, since I got my ass handed to me multiple times in multiple different ways, and usually through much fault of my own. So, if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button down below. Even if you didn't, go ahead and hit that button so I know that I'm not, just crazy doing this. And let me know what your favorite card was that we showed out today, how I could have done any of that differently, and what deck you would have drafted, because I was obviously not in the right pair. And after you get done doing all that, feel free to check out my next video, which should be here on the screen.